Here we are. Anybody that's watching this later, it's going to be boring. But you're welcome to join live. If you have any questions, comments, it's much more fun to do this live. I'm going to bring you guys up here. Switch this out. There we have power. Hey, Ken. So let's see. Who's here? Anybody other than Ken? Bradley M. Sorry guys, I am tuckered tonight. I worked 8 to 7, so I know everybody's been patiently waiting. Hey Roger. I know everybody's been patiently waiting for me to come on, but I was long day today. Definitely a long day. I actually slept through the night last night. Doesn't happen often. Where is my bucket of steel fasteners? Oh, there's here. Bunch of goodies in there. Anybody have any questions tonight? Comments? I think what I believe to be my last kit that I have in stock currently. I will have more fairly soon. I just need to get the taps down to the machinist, and he's going to finish up the rest of the batch that didn't get done, and then I will have good stock for a bit. Then I think the next limiting factor is going to be the 661 rods. So I don't have lots of those. So I'm going to have him machine up a few more there, and then I should have pretty good stock for a bit. So that will be a couple weeks from now. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, I'm getting audio on this, so that's good. Okay. So let's see, I was going to do that 372 today, but A, I'm really tired, and B, that's the cylinder head's got to sit in the ultrasonic for a little bit longer and clean up. So I'm not going to worry about getting that immediately done. The other thing, let me just grab. There's half a dozen large sleeves left. I got to get more large sleeves and small sleeves, I guess. Looks a whole lot better than some of these turned out really nice. Some of these were rough. Questions, comments? How's everybody doing? How's the weather out there? All that stuff. Kenneth, my wife isn't in a bad mood today, so nothing to complain about. Nice! Nice! Did the steel chainsaw run? It pops. I don't have gas to put in it. It's outside, and let's put it this way: I've had a long day. I'm not going out to the shed. But I definitely, I think tomorrow is going to be the day to check that. There's the old fuel line. Don't trust it. Don't trust it. Kenneth, how long have you been married? "10 years. 16 for me." I know, we're babies compared to a lot of guys. Babies. I just heard that I do have, still a little bit, see? How long have you been working on saws? My first chainsaw, but I can't remember exactly what the dates were. I think it was somewhere around 2013. Yes, good evening to everybody. So this kit is going to Frank in New York. Video glitched. What did you want to, did you have a question you want me to answer? Like when I got into chainsaws? It was 2013. Somewhere around there. Because the October storm was 2011, Superstorm Sandy was 2012. There were trees down. What got me the sawmill was Superstorm Sandy knocked down the biggest tree in my dad's yard. And it was one of those trees that we grew up as kids and you know, climbed. And it was really, it's a Norway spruce. It was really tall, and I just felt really bad cutting it up. So we didn't cut it up. We actually used it for the kids to climb on, but for my kids to climb on a bit. And the unfortunate thing is it's probably rotting. But the idea was I was going to use the sawmill to cut it up into something usable, you know. And that's how I ended up with the mill. And somewhere in there, I got into chainsaws too. So I've been doing that for a while, and you know, necessity is the mother of invention. So that's kind of what drove the whole thing. You have a noob question. Go ahead. Most of the guys that come on the channel are noobs, but we do have a few seasoned pros that come on. Like Ken Small Engines. Ken does small engines. So he does a lot more of the lawnmowers and blowers and whatnot, more than saws, if I remember right, Ken. he's got a lot of experience, but it might not necessarily be in chainsaws, you know. And I have quite a bit of experience with chainsaws, but not nearly as much as a lot of guys. So it's just most of those guys that have lots of experience don't necessarily end up on YouTube. I know it's my fault, Ken. I get it. Okay. This is just a deburring tool. Anybody that's getting these kits, please double, triple check my deburring, okay? Ken, something about habits dying hard, you know? This really does become habit. It's kind of funny. Just coming down in the basement and working. So I put a new carb the other day, piece of the flapper valves. Don't know what you call it. Blue, beige, black. Is there a difference? Yes. Actually, there's a good guide on that, on what they all are and what they're better for and all that stuff. What carb were you doing? There is most certainly a difference. An Echo CS400. Okay. Yeah, I mainly like the beige ones or the black ones. Those blue ones can give you trouble, I think. And I'm speaking from like the Walbro HDA 199s, I think. Casey Dunn, hello. Casey, did you get your stuff yet? Did you get the tracking number? I gave some people the wrong tracking numbers. Not yet. Did you get the tracking number? Oh, okay. Hopefully I emailed you the tracking number. The real question is, did David get the silly saw going yet? He's not on yet. Supposed to give him never-ending hell about that, though. Black, then beige, then blue is last resort. Yeah. The beige, I think, is Kevlar. I forget what the black is. All right. Always like to double check this sort of stuff. Nothing's buggered. Threads are a little wonky, but that'll be alright. You know what? Black is nitrile. Okay. See when I find Casey. No, this goes to Frank. I'm gonna find Frank a better one of these. Throw that in my last pile here. That one's better. Yeah, I know there is a link to explain the difference between those, and I just forget where it is. But I know the Walbro like 199 carb is popular, but one of the problems with it was that it was using that blue one, and it was having trouble. So you just change it out for the beige or whatever, and it pumps fuel better. That's why we check these. Okay. Now we're good to go. Running low on stickers, too. Arthur Wilhouse, thanks for the email today. Kenneth, where are you? What state? Or are you not here in the States? Frank, this is for you. East Texas, and you don't have access to good fuel? To ethanol-free fuel? I went to school in East Texas. Longview, to be precise. And my wife is from Big Sandy originally. Halfway between Longview and Bladewater. I know exactly. Know exactly where you are. You can't find. How can you not find ethanol-free fuel in like the oil capital of the world? Frank, this is for you, buddy. Packed up. Kenneth, go to puregas.org puregas.org. It'll let you know what stations around have the ethanol-free fuel. I think. People correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's the right link. Frank's not lucky. He paid for it. There's a difference. Might be lucky to be able to afford it, but he's not lucky. He paid for it. Okay, here we go. What else? Bring that back. That's go. I'm gonna bring this back to Farmington Valley. Don't need that hose. Don't need that filter. Want this filter. I just need a bar plate for this dang saw, and we're gonna be off and running. Yeah, puregas.org. That's probably right. Okay. Right, I am now... Okay, so status. I am now out of M14 rods. I will have some in the next couple of weeks. That is definitely happening. I just need to get the taps down to my machinist. And I'm actually thinking of putting that in the mail, which means... Is Ryan Miller on? Ryan, I might just send everything to Brett, and if you want to pick it up with him, then in case Ryan, you come on. I may just mail everything to Brett. That'll be easier. The 262, the parts are on the way, which is good. The 372 with the head, I just need to let that really soak and give it a good clean overnight at least. I finally got into the parts cleaner an hour ago, so the head needs to soak. I have another 372 head that had the spark plug hole welded up, and I will be drilling and tapping that. I don't think I'll be able to do that live, but I will be drilling and tapping that. Hey, Steelman. I'm just giving a quick update, and there's not much to do tonight, so I was just doing some packing up and giving a quick update as to what projects we have going. The 394 I still need to do porting on, but I'm waiting for some porting equipment to show up. What else? What other projects? Yeah, so does anybody else have anything, questions or anything they want to ask? Because I'm kind of tuckered. Got to put this back on here. Not that it really matters. No, it's okay, Steelman. The whole crank tools, the main kit is 170 shipped to the lower 48. If you want specialty rods, such as like the 6X1, one station along one in Gilmer. Good. Kenneth, call those stations and make sure they're not selling canned gas, because if they're just selling VP racing fuel, then you're going to pay $60 at least for 5 gallons of that. Just so you know, if it's ethanol free at the pump, they should be able to tell you. But Steelman, back to the yeah. So it's 170 shipped for the main kit. If you're doing, say, a Steel 661, the old Husky 266, I have a special rod for that. That's $30 additional. If you're doing a 242 XP, then that needs a special rod, or any of that family of saw, that'll be special rod. So that's another $30 additional. If you're doing 880s, it needs a special sleeve. The special sleeve for 880s is $30 additional. So it kind of depends on what you're doing. The main kit, though, will do most saws that that most people are rebuilding. So like 372s, 660s, 288s, 394s, 346 XPs, 026s through 66s. Pretty much anything in the steel lineup there. Not doing any saws with XP right now. Okay. What saws are you doing? So if you're not doing, the thing is, the kit doesn't really differentiate between steel and husky. I had thought of trying to come up with something that was like a steel only kit, but it just didn't work. Far easier to do basically a universal kit, and so it does both steel and husky. Like, it basically takes the center swath out of all those saws, and you just need a few other pieces, but that's only for people that are rebuilding those weird ones. Boat marinas. Right. So for if you're Steelman, if you're doing all those, you still need a main kit. Ideally. You could probably get away without the M14 rod, in which case, 140 shipped, and you could always upgrade later if you wanted 14 rods in stock. But if you wanted the kit without that rod, then it's 140 shipped, and I can actually ship that tomorrow if you pay tonight. In fact, I'll pack it up here if you want. The M14 rod does the bigger steels. So M14 by 1 is large steels. I think like 076. I'm not 100% sickly. Might be M14, and the 084 and 880s. And then the other side of the M14 is 372 XPs, 3 XP. Yeah, the big stuff. Basically mid-range husky and big steel, basically, is what the M14 rod does. I think on the 026 you need M10 by 1. I forget, though. I don't think that's M12. The 660 is M12. So yeah, 140 shipped for that. If you want to do that, I'll literally pack it up right now. I'm down the M14 rod anyway, so if you don't need it, you know. Man, I hope this thing runs. While we're hanging here, I might as well work on this silly chain. This chain wouldn't go in the groove last night. I got this kind of dinged up. I had got it all, all sharp on the grinder, but now I need to basically zing every stinking one of these. Well, I can crank it, but I don't have any fuel inside, and I need to go out to the shed to get fuel. So I can put brake cleaner in it and run it. But that doesn't really count, you know? I'll just work on this chain while you're asking questions. Don't go out in bare feet. No. It's going to get cold. It's actually going to get really cold. They're talking coldest on record for Thanksgiving. This chain got thrown, that's why I need to do this. "72 drive links. So 144 zips here. Probably not worth it to do for most chains, but I already sharpened it. Actually, before I do this, I better vacuum this up. That would be a good idea. That's cleaner. I do like my pencil Dremel attachment here. It's pretty useful. I've had it since I was in Longview. Some of these might actually be okay. Tough to tell, though. once they get peened over, they get peened over, you know? I want to explain to me what Matt is doing. Matt is filing down a bugger here. So this chain I just filed up. I put the grinder on it and I cleaned it all up. I got it all sharp. I went to put it on the brand new bar and it doesn't fit. And it's because this chain got thrown off of a saw. It came off the bar while it was running, and what happens then is the chain keeps moving around the rim, and the rim is still moving, and it basically buggers the drive links. It mushrooms them a little bit, so much so that it doesn't fit within the slot anymore. Yep, Steelman. No, it's not an old ironing board. This is actually a nice wide piece of pine that I milled. Some of these are worse than others. And some of them don't need hardly anything. But if it doesn't fit in the bar, you either bought the wrong drive link, or it's mushroom. In this case, these are mushrooms. I think. I can see it. I can see the mushrooms. Got to be close to being done on this side. Yep, I can see it. We're coming around. Like I said, is it really worth it to do this? Probably not, but hate to throw away a chain that I just sharpened. Suppose I should have checked this before, huh? All the way around. That's that side. Now I gotta go to the other. My lowering. What are the depth gauges set at? Beer Ghost, I have no idea. I don't know. They look like they've been filed down a little bit, but I don't have a. Believe it or not, I don't have a raker gauge. really want me to figure it out, I'll take a straight edge and stick it through, but actually looks pretty deep. Looks like 40 thou or so visually. Which is pretty deep. So there's 40 thousandths. Yeah, probably about 40 thousandths. Pretty good guess. Usually I don't file them down quite that much. Most hobbyists probably would save a chain. If you're a tree guy, then probably not. It's just not worth the time, you know. A lot of these guys just don't even bother. Like where I got this, this guy literally just uses a chain until it's dull and then hands it back to me, you know. Here you go. All right. If I have to be honest about it, it's probably not worth my time either, but got to do something while I'm hanging out with you guys. So I'm definitely excited to get the 262 stuff. Get that moving along. You know, the dumb thing is I didn't even check and see that there's a bearing on there on the list. Silly me, I should have checked. I need that needle bearing. Piston pin bearing. And I need that bar plate on the 034. Get out of work a little bit early tomorrow, so I'll get to go do some of those errands. I get to ship stuff tomorrow too. I haven't gotten to ship anything yesterday or today. These don't feel too bad. Jay, James Clark, it's been a long time. Collect the whole set of McDonald's. Need to practice. Yeah, it's been a long time. Wait a minute. James Clark, Jimmy, is that you, buddy? The hair on the back of my head just stood up. Oh my God, Jimmy, it's been so long. Dude, I have looked for you. Where have you been? Are you okay? Seriously, Jimmy, is that... James, is that you? Are you good? Seriously? Oh, this is killing me. How long has it been? It's more than 20 years. 20 years? Oh, buddy, it's good to hear that you're all right. How can we keep in contact? James, a childhood friend of mine. We met at church a long time ago, and um, I don't know why we fell out of touch, but I went off to school and I just didn't hear from him. I don't know. Good friend from childhood and from church. James, I went back to Black Rock and saw people for the first time in 20 years. Uh, Not too long ago. It was actually for two reasons. I went to the King's Brass concert, but also I don't know if you remember Kenny Stanger. Um, his dad passed away very suddenly and unfortunate, and I went back and I saw all kinds of people there that I hadn't seen in a very long time. Here's my email, buddy. Email me and give me all your contact info. If you met me today, you probably wouldn't recognize me. I've gained a bit of weight. Um, Life has not exactly gone as you might have pictured for me. Not that it's bad, I'm not complaining. Uh, but how are you? I mean, everything good? Like, and how's Val? Val. Oh my God. I haven't talked to Val either. Have you kept in touch? Steelman, you're right. God is good all the time. It's us that suck. This, ah, this is crazy. With Val, no, I haven't. You still have the subwoofer in the back of your Riviera? Yes, I do remember. That might have been. Was that the last time I saw you? Might have been the last time I saw you. Oh, this is crazy. And this is so cool. Probably it was, yeah. James, you can't imagine how many times I've sat there and thought, I wonder what happened to him. Yeah, I'm up in Farmington. Yeah, right off. I'm not too far off Interstate 84. In fact, you got to come up, buddy. It'd be awesome to have you up here. Where are you living now? You got the wife, kids, the house. Do you have just you? I mean, what are we talking about? You're still here in Connecticut? You haven't left? Bridgeport Fairfield line next to Sacred Heart. So not you. You didn't go far. I see. Definitely didn't go that far. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wife and almost 3-year-old son. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I just still blown away. Don't know what else to say. And you're an electrician for a living. That's awesome. You made it, buddy. We used to hang out, snowball fights, the whole bit. The whole bit, everything. Love snowball fights. Shoot, yeah. Camp. Went to camp together. Pop quiz. Can you remember the name of the camp? Sorry, William. We've kind of done a little bit of a. So for everybody that doesn't know, we've done a little bit. Yeah, you got it. He remembers. We've done a little bit of a hijack here because I have not seen my buddy James Clark in areas he came on my channel tonight. That is unbelievable. Childhood friend. We went to camp when we were like 13. Played capture the flag. We used to do snowball fights at my house. we okay. Who was Pie Man? Do you remember? Jason Girls. Oh yeah. Yeah, how'd you find the channel? It was Dave. Although he'd never admit it, right? At church youth group, we had a guy that short, really strong guy, but he'd dress up in this funny like superhero outfit and call himself Pie Man, and he would just go around and randomly like give somebody a cream pie, right in the face, and everybody knew who it was. It just he would never admit it. That guy, I still remember him one day. I remember him being like, check this out, check this out. And he went over to the basketball. It was one of those portable basketball hoops. And it was probably about a 3-4 inch tube, metal tube that held the whole thing up. And he grabbed it with both hands, just like this. He didn't do it the other way. He grabbed it straight like that and held his body out straight. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. My brother can do it with his arms a little further spread apart. This guy was like this. It was absolutely nuts. Bionic Wedgie, no, cream pie from Pie Man. Yeah, that was Dave. Oh, there's so many memories. Oh my God. Calisthenics, yeah, a bit. Something that I need to do. What else did we do? We did all kinds of crazy stuff. Thanks, James. So just so everybody knows, we've done a hijack here in honor of my good and old friend James Clark. Yeah, an Aquarian. Well, yeah, it used to be Bridgeport Hydraulic. Now it's Aquarian. Yeah, Jimmy, how'd you find me, buddy? How did you actually find me? Just look up my name? Yeah, it probably pops up on Google. Yeah, apparently. My kids are like, "Daddy, are you famous?" They, it's like I explained to him, "Well, no. Well, maybe a little bit. I guess I'm a little bit famous." Working my way up. You know, I really don't know where this is gonna go. Yeah, I'm kind of popular. I've got what 5,100 subs right now, but I don't know where this is gonna go. I mean, I've just changed jobs, James. In case you don't know, I was working with mom and dad, of course, for the last 12 years, and that changed as of August. So I am literally I've just started a new job as of last week, closer to home here. I'm still doing dentistry, but it's a very different office. It's a very different experience. Um, it's it's just the whole thing is very different, and um, but you know it's a new environment, and I'm gonna hopefully rapidly get used to it and keep plugging away. But that is a big change for me. I'm actually headed to my oh shoot, that's what's week. My high school 20th high school reunion, and I hated high school, but I'm gonna go anyway. 20th high school reunion is this weekend. Um, I am pretty sure, James. I'm pretty sure Thanksgiving dinner is on Friday this year. I don't know for sure. It's at mom and dad's, and I'm sure you would be welcome. 100%, buddy. Bring the wife and your 3 year old. We would love to see you. Yeah, hated Barlow. And I hate to do this, but I need to go to bed. So I you caught me at an awkward time because I got to get up tomorrow morning. I got to get back to work. I got to go put the kids to bed. But you have my contact info. Email me for sure, and we will keep in touch. This is one of the most incredible things that's happened to me in a very long time. So very exciting, very cool. Everybody, I'm so sorry to cut everybody short, but I need to go, and I'll get this finished up. Of course, I'm gonna get stuff in the mail tomorrow, and so basically everybody that's paid, and there's only two guys, two Jeffs, that are probably not gonna go in the mail tomorrow because I don't have the stuff. But two Jeffs, but the other, pretty much everybody else is gonna go in the mail, and we should be good to go. So, thank you very much, James. You're awesome. I hope to see you soon. Keep in touch. Everybody else, if you have an issue, email me. If you want tools, email me. Don't know what else to say. Have a great evening. Stay safe, people.